Chicken Choux. Now this is a pretty specific copycat recipe from a restaurant in Indiana called Yats. If you know, you know. They are so good and I love this dish from there. When I left Indiana, this is like one of the first recipes I tried to make a copycat of, and there's not a lot out there. So this is as close as I've gotten it so far. We're gonna start with our roux. I'm gonna melt a stick or 8 tablespoons of butter and then add in half a cup of all-purpose flour. Now this takes time, it takes patience. We are gonna cook that roux until it's almost a peanut butter brown. Add in your holy trinity, which is onion, celery, and a green bell pepper. Lots of minced garlic, and I'm just gonna saute this for a couple of minutes, then push everything to the side and add a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. I let that kind of cook out a little bit before mixing it all together. Now listen, I never said this was authentic, nor does Yats claim to be, but again, it's delicious. I add my liquid slowly. I start with a cup of chicken broth and then a half a cup of heavy cream, and then I just kind of alternate until I have a consistency I'm looking for. In total, I put in about 3 cups of chicken broth and a cup and a half of heavy cream. We do not want to thin this out like a soup. It still needs to have like some thickness to it. For the seasoning, I have garlic and onion powder, some paprika, lots of Cajun seasoning, Lowry seasoning salt, salt and pepper, and then 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Yats describes this on their website as a sweet and spicy étouffée with caramelized corn and chicken. I added about a cup of corn, and then I cooked some chicken breast in my crock pot with like a half cup of chicken stock, Cajun seasoning, salt, and pepper. So keep that in mind when you're adjusting your liquid. I might lose some of you here, but to get the sweet part of this, I add a nice swirl of honey. We're gonna mix that in. And then at this point, we're basically done. I do like to cover and let this simmer for a good 20 minutes if you can. Let all those flavors come together, and that's it. I serve this with white rice and my Copycat Yats Cajun bread.